Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak. Welcome back to Slide 2, Band of Thieves. In the last episode, we collected every treasure and every bottle within episode 3. This time, we're going to be taking on the missions for day 1 of The Predator Awakes. So we're going to start things off with the rampaging elephant. Oh, no, we start off with the water bug run. Yes. Elephant run. Super simple level that I used to have trouble with. I used to have trouble with this particular mission when I was younger because I didn't like the fact that I kept getting attacked, but it'll be explained. I'll explain in a second once we get there. But I made it super simple this run.
Sly, the insect in that pool is a rare Indian water bug. If you can carry it into Rajan's office, its wings will transmit local sound waves at a frequency I can monitor.
Let me get this straight. We're gonna bug Rajan's office with a bug?
It is an elegant plan, I agree. Now pay attention. That water bug can only survive in stagnant pools. If kept out of water too long, it'll become unhappy and likely draw the attention of local guards.
Looks like there's a few pools along the way to Rajan's office. A short swim every now and then should keep our little friend quiet.
Alrighty, so I used to have a hard time with this mission because I used to bring the bug puddle to puddle, and if you take a hit, the bug dies. But I instead found a different way in this playthrough to do it. And that's by ignoring the water bug and just taking on every battle that you can. So the way I did it was that I tried making this jump, but I'm an idiot and I missed. This is what happens when you kill it. So you lose the bug and it dies. So you're gonna have to start from the beginning of the level. It's not too bad. I actually didn't have to cut out any other trials or nothing. I was just like, damn it, I thought I could make that. Turns out you can make the jump. It's just that I didn't hit the circle button. So yeah, we're gonna climb up this little tower. It's gonna make noise, but don't worry, the noise isn't too bad. It just bothers the guards, and then they will attack you because you're making a lot of noise, right? And that's kind of the issue I had with this mission as a kid, is that I didn't want the bug to make a noise, so I would try and make it to every pool of water to satisfy the need for it to live. But the bug doesn't die when it's out of the water, so you could just make it to where you need to be and not have to really worry about it. Especially if you take this route, you're only going to be facing like 2 or 3 enemies, and most of them you can take out with one punch if you hit them the right way by knocking them off the ledge. But if you go this way, you're not really going to be facing any resistance from any guards. And it's just a easier path, honestly, to take. So yeah. And then look, there's like another guard. Okay, so there's like 3 or 4 guards that you're gonna be seeing, but like, boom, put him down in that puddle, kill him, grab him, and then go to where you need to go. Now I started off with this mission because this is where the safe is. In this level, after you collect all the bottles, you can pick up the safe. Fuck out of here, snake. So you're supposed to put the water bug in that pool over there, but if you do that, the mission ends. And I was afraid that I'd get kicked out of the area for whatever reason. I don't know why I thought that. It doesn't happen anywhere else.
Good thing I'm fluent in Sanskrit, or this last code would have been impossible. Try 386.
And with that, we get this annoying water bug screaming in my ear, and we can get probably the best weapon in this game, the voltage strike. Or sorry, voltage attack.
You've gotten the voltage attack move.
So the voltage attack move is kind of like Murray's Fists of Fury. You electrify your cane, and it's a one-hit kill.
I'm already tuned into the bug's wing vibrations. I'm a genius.
And the voltage attack pretty much makes anything having to do with Sly fucking child's play. Because now I can kill even flashlight guards with one hit instead of having to truly stealth my way around them. I could just take any enemy head on and call it a day. And it is an amazing feeling knowing that Sly can just end this guard's life in one hit and watch him explode into a bunch of charred bits. And that's a little gruesome, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. So next up, we're going to be freeing the elephant. This mission's actually pretty simple. Normally it's the mission I start off with, just because, like logistically wise, like story wise, I feel like you'd want to get rid of the intelligence thing, right? Because now Rajan knows that we're bugging his office. That would make sense, right? That guard phased through my cane. I don't know how the hell he did that, but I killed him anyway. So it's all good in the hood. Anyway, we're gonna head over to the mission freeing the elephant. And once there, we're going to begin and start this mission. It's pretty simple. Yes, I know John, past John, it's freeing the elephant.
Rajan is able to monitor all of our communications out here with that elephant-driven satellite array.
That's pretty grim. You got a plan for shutting it down?
Don't I always? Now, the local spice plants are illegal for good reason. Eat too many, and you'll go into a fit of uncontrolled rage.
Keep that stuff away from Murray. Oh, wait, I get it. I put some spice plants in the elephant's feed bag. He chows down, gets all crazy, and then presto, the satellite's in pieces.
A crude interpretation of the plan, but accurate. The trick here is harvesting the spice plants. You'll have to do some serious climbing, as they only grow high up in the jungle canopy.
It doesn't really seem like much of a challenge, especially considering I literally just collected every bottle, which is pretty much in all the places that we were just at, where all these spices are at. So that's not really much of an issue for me, Bentley, considering the fact that I've already done this. But yeah, so normally I don't climb up here, but I think I was just trying to get rid of the guards. So what you're supposed to do is climb up this tower over here. And look at that, I actually made that jump to the rope. And now that little part right there brings up a bigger issue with Sly 2. At least in this playthrough, I never really had a hard time with it other than this playthrough. Where I pressed like the circle button trying to grab onto something, and then Sly attaches himself to the thing below him, which isn't what I'm aiming for. So it's really weird occasionally when Sly decides that he wants to, instead of climb up a rope, ninja spire jump on something that's not even close to where I need to go. But it's not really too big an issue, and it doesn't really play much of a factor until later on in the game. But yeah, so we're going to be sliding down these trees, just like we did for the bottles earlier. And that's predominantly where most of the spice is. It's not really a hard mission to do, and you're not really like fighting many enemies. And even if you were, now that I have the voltage strike, it's not even that big of an issue. Not that the enemies were too big an issue to begin with anyway. But yeah, here is the third spice. I like that Sly sniffs the spice. Like he's like tempted to eat it, but he just wants to know what it smells like. I bet it smells pretty good, you know? I mean, I guess it has to if you can eat it without it like, I don't know, triggering like a gag reflex, you know? Because I feel like if you have to eat a lot of it in order to get like the super enraged or whatever, and I feel like you wouldn't be able to do that if it didn't taste like semi-pleasing, you know? Maybe it tastes like cumin. I don't know why I thought of cumin, but maybe it tastes like cumin. Well, anyway, we're only halfway done with the spices. So next up, we're going to be climbing up this tree, and we're going to be climbing up towards the safe house, because there is a spice. spice plant up here on this tree. But there's also another spice in the direction of where the safe house is. Not necessarily on the safe house, I don't think. I mean, it might be, because this is a pretty high place to be, and the spice grows up high. But no, it's not. It's just on a tree close by. Yeah, up here. This is where one of the last spices are, and the next spice is next to a mushroom jump pad. So if we can find that mushroom jump pad, we'll be able to collect the last spice. And it's right over there, right next to this teetering tower. You don't have to climb the teetering tower. You could just jump over there, but I guess I was looking for it because I figured, oh, it's probably next to that tree over there. And then when I saw the tree over there with the jump pad, I was like, oh yeah, no, it's over here. I was like trying to remind myself where it was. Not this tree, the tree that you swing down to. But then I saw the mushroom pad and I was like, oh yeah, it's this one. Boop. And just like that, we collected all the spices. So after this super long sniff, we're gonna head over to the elephant to finish this mission and stop Rajan from spying on us. I feel like the gang was talking super quietly, or not at all, other than like the mission briefings or whatever, just so that Rajan couldn't understand what was going on. That's my headcanon, though. I mean, it could very well not have happened that way. Alrighty, so we're gonna drug this elephant
satellite array,
and call it a mission. But then we have one more to go. Beautiful, majestic, free animal. Not at all hopped up on drugs. So, next up, we're going to pick up Bentley. You can actually overhear Rajan's plans, or rather, just Rajan talking, much like you could with Dimitri. But next up, we're going to be taking on... Oh yeah, I can't see the name of the mission from in here. Okay. Alright, let's check down here. So next up, we're going to be doing leading Rajan. Rajan. I don't know why I'm mispronouncing his name. Whatever. Since Bentley is the only one who doesn't have the most maneuverability, it's going to be a little more of a hassle to climb up to the spot. Now I do have a move to show off. I don't know if I show it off here. Oh no, I do. Alright, cool. So we actually have two moves because I forgot to show off the other one. We have Size Destabilizer and Snooze Bomb. So Size Destabilizer shrinks enemies down. I don't know if that like reduces their attacks or anything. It just shrinks them, as far as I know. And then we have the Snooze Bomb, which is a bomb. It's an area and effect move, and it's kind of like Bentley's Sleep Darts, but it has the potential to knock out more than one enemy if you can line it up right. Not too useful for me personally, because if I'm Bentley, I could just shoot them in the face with my Sleep Dart and call it a day. You know, just boop, call it a day. Boop, call it a day, you know. Instead of just dropping a bomb. It's not like you throw the bomb, it's you drop it on the floor. So that pretty much does it for the moves. Let's do leading Rajan.
As I expected, Rajan is out for his daily tour of the operation. My sources claim he always carries 3 blueprints on him, which, when read together, tell you everything about his spice operation.
Too bad he doesn't have that section of the clockwork heart we saw during the recon. You could just pump him full of sleep darts and we could all go home.
Unfortunately, my sleep darts aren't powerful enough to affect Rajan.
What? How are you gonna get at those blueprints?
Rajan has an insatiable appetite for Indian watermelons, which, if eaten whole, will force even him to nod off for a while. Once he's asleep, I'll creep in and lift the blueprints.
Well, that's fine and all, but how do you plan on luring him over to the watermelons?
I've equipped my sleep darts with a sonic disruptor. The strange sounds they make should be enough to lead the ever-curious Rajan from place to place.
Your plan hinges on the fact if Rajan can eat an entire watermelon whole? I mean, what if he doesn't? What if he only takes like a piece? Then what? Your plan fails. There's so much to gamble on, Bentley. Well, anyway, this mission is rather difficult. At least for me. Like, I always had a hard time with this mission. And it's not because, like, I have a hard time putting Rajan to sleep and grabbing the blueprints. It's because after you grab a blueprint, he gets right back up, and occasionally, well, if a guard's there, you'll get spotted too. But occasionally, Rajan will turn around and catch you. But at the same time, I always beat it because the checkpoints in this game are really forgiving. So even though I only got one blueprint and failed, I still have that one blueprint, and now I'm actually at a better advantage because now I'm higher up in the level. So personally, I feel like if you just get caught every time you grab a blueprint, you'll be fine instead of having to juggle Rajan and guide him towards places. And remember when shooting your sleep darts that Rajan isn't the only person who can hear them. Other guards can hear them too. It doesn't hurt to put the guards to sleep and then lure Rajan. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't hurt to do that because I mean, even though you're shooting something that creates a noise, that doesn't mean it's not a sleep dart. Keep that in mind. That's not something I took advantage of in this playthrough, but I definitely could see it helping someone out. And just like that, we got the second blueprint. And here's the funny part. My game glitched. I don't know what happened. So I was trying to lure Rajan from a safe place, which is up top of this truck right here. And I shot that guard in the face, right? So I jump up here. This guard sees me. Or I get... No, not that guard. I get spotted by something. Oh, no, it is that guard. Yeah. All right, cool. So this guard sees me. Because I clearly hit him, right? And then I miss. Now I'm like, fuck, I just lured Rajan over to where I was, right? But since I'm being attacked by an enemy, Rajan follows the guard, and he's following me. But he thinks he sees me, and his attacks, since they're, you're only supposed to see his attacks during his boss fight. For whatever reason, Rajan is water elemental, and he can actually hit you with his second attack. So this is not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to be attacked by Rajan, but since he can't actually see me, he's just in a loop cycle of attacking this one poor wall. So now I'm like, bro, I don't know what to do. I can't lure him out there because he knows I'm here. And then I took 2 steps back and then I got caught. So I don't know if that's really a glitch or more so just like funny programming, but it's cool to see that the actual attack animation isn't because Rajan's in the water, like he splashes up water. That's just how they animated Rajan's attack. And you're only supposed to see him attack when he's in water. So I found that pretty funny. That I didn't even mean to do that. It just kind of happened. So now we're going to lure Rajan all the way over to his little watermelon by luring him over to the edge and then making sure that he can make that jump. But as you can see, like if you get caught by him, you're in the best position up there next to the water. So honestly, I feel like if you really want to get through this mission quickly, it's just lure him to the watermelon and then just keep getting caught. That's honestly the best way to do it. And I don't think you're timed at all. Even though the message up there says do it before Rajan wakes up, there's no other watermelon for you to shoot, at least not to my knowledge. So it's not like you're timed to do it. He's going to be sleeping there for a while. So you're fine.
What? The blueprints? They have been stolen!
That's the complete set of blueprints. Great field work, Bentley. You're really getting the hang of this.
And with that, that does it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video where we take on day 2 of episode 3. See you guys then.
I've got some bad news. Rajan has gone into hiding somewhere in the temple. I guess the destruction of his satellite array and my invasion of his personal space to get the blueprints spooked him. To get his portion of the Clockwork Heart, we'll need to drive him out into the open. Given Rajan's spice-addled temper, I'd recommend making him angry. First, we'll destroy the center of his operation, the spice grinder. Then we'll demolish the dam above the temple in an attempt to flood him out. If that doesn't work, I've made arrangements to exchange one of the temple's facade rubies for some high explosives, which, if necessary, we can use to flood the whole temple grotto. If my psychological profile is accurate, Rashad should pick up the other half of the Clockwork Heart before making his escape, effectively bringing it to us.